Good evening, everyone. So, I want to talk about. Um, so, I had overheard something, and I wanted to let this person know that she wasn't the only one that was facing this. Because at the time, I was going, we were doing the same thing. So, when we first moved into this apartment, there was a problem right next to us, and it was a big domestic situation, but it was banging on the walls. It had been happening, off and on since we had came in. And then one night we're all doing our homework and it sounded like somebody was going to come through the wall. So we went over there and asked, is there a problem? And so the guy asked for help. So we did what we had to do. So after they moved out, but in this meantime, the neighbor on the other side of them, I know I'm not good enough for you, slam the door, you know, right early in the morning. And she was telling her kids, don't worry about your dad, everything's going to be okay. And I felt really bad for her because I've been down that road, you know, not being enough, I'm not doing enough, I'm this, I'm that, right? So what happened was, he was on the phone one day and he was complaining that she couldn't get supper on the table before 11 o'clock at night. We're full-time students. We work from home and we also do a lot of other things from home. And we have a child. But we always make sure he's taken care of. So it's like 2 weeks later, she came up all by herself. And I said to her, I want to let you know that my daughter and I are having the same situation where we can't get supper on the table either till 11 o'clock. Sometimes we don't eat till midnight. I think the earliest we've ever eaten is 9 o'clock. No big deal. And she was like, oh, she felt so relieved, just so um, thankful. And 5 minutes later, she comes out. This is what she did. Um, she started, because she went back in the house and then she came out. She's all nervous. She can't sit still. She's moving all around. I don't do enough. He has post-traumatic stress disorder. He has epilepsy. He has all these issues. I'm not doing enough. I'm not clean enough. I need to have dinner on the table. And then she tells me the whole backstory of a whole bunch of other stuff, which I don't give a flying flip. And I told her, I understand where you're coming from, but no one has a right to treat you that way and expect you to do all the work. And he got the door cracked. He's not coming out. And he says, you need to mind your own business. If you want me to mind my own business, don't drag your trash to the street. Because I'm living up here trying to live my peace, right? And so I told her I was going to school to become a social worker. And that's where the guy became belligerent. He told me that if I bothered him and his family ever again, he'd have me arrested. Okay, sir, I hear you just fine. And then we have a recording of what he was saying. Um, so my grandson likes things and he doesn't, but his mom doesn't buy small things; she buys bulk. And we were giving them things for the kids, because it's hard times. And so, like ice creams and cereals and things like that, because we're always trying something new. And so, um, he made claims that we wanted something. We didn't want anything, but I wanted her to know she wasn't alone. But I feel very threatened, um, because sometimes when I'm out there, she is guarding him like my stepmother, would guard my dad. I know the guy wants to beat the hell out of me just for standing up for his girlfriend, but he can't touch me. Um, and if he does, I swear I will have to defend myself, and I will. So, but the thing is that it makes me nervous just talking about him. We have not ever done anything to them. We mind our own business. After he threatened me for standing up for his girlfriend, um, he's made my life a living hell. So, um, I don't say anything or report him because I don't. I'm not worried about. I'm worried. He makes me nervous. So sometimes I shake real bad. As soon as he's around or present. Um, but I don't say anything because who's gonna believe me? We're already in an issue with the landlord, and there's no safety for me and my family, especially for me. And so, when you think about, you know, speaking your mind or want to say something to somebody, just remember that abuser is always listening. And if he doesn't like what you said, he will make your life a living hell. And I should have known better because my dad did that to me. Um, and a lot of other people, even an ex-partner way back when. They just don't like those independent females, and he's gonna make your life a living hell. So, apartment people, when people come in and start making complaints about somebody, you should really ask questions. What's behind the motive? Peace and God bless. And also one more thing, Psalms 57.